It's hard to believe that what started as a small side project box for streaming, iTunes movies back in 2007, has now become one of the most ambitious pieces of Apple's ecosystem. A product that's quietly evolving from a TV accessory into a powerful hub for entertainment, intelligence, and the future of the smart home. This is the story of Apple TV. And in 2025, Apple is about to change the way we think about it forever. Today, we're diving deep into how the Apple TV got here, why the new 2025 model could be one of Apple's most important products in years, and how it may redefine your living room in ways far beyond watching movies. So sit back, because what's coming next might surprise you. When Apple introduced the very first Apple TV nearly 2 decades ago, it wasn't trying to compete with traditional television. In fact, Apple executives barely mentioned it on stage. It was a hobby, as Steve Jobs once called it, a simple way to stream content from your computer or iTunes to a bigger screen. It was small, basic, and limited. But like so many Apple products, it planted a seed. Over the years, that seed grew into something more powerful. Each generation brought new capabilities, from HD streaming to 4K, from simple AirPlay to dedicated apps, from casual content consumption to a platform for Apple Arcade games. Yet despite those upgrades, Apple TV always seemed to live in the background, useful, elegant, but never essential. Until now. Fast forward to 2025, and the conversation around Apple TV is shifting dramatically. Rumors from reliable insiders and supply chain leaks all point to something Apple hasn't done in years, a complete reinvention of the device. Not just an upgrade, but a fundamental rethinking of what Apple TV is and what role it plays in the Apple ecosystem. And at the heart of this evolution is a single, powerful idea. Apple TV is no longer just about streaming video. It's about transforming your living room into a smart, connected, intelligent space, and possibly even becoming the brain of your home. Let's start with the hardware. For the first time, Apple is expected to equip the new Apple TV with the A17 Pro chip, the same silicon powering the iPhone 15 Pro and 16 Pro series. That's not a small jump. It's a leap. The A17 Pro isn't just faster, it's built for AI, for graphics, and for future-forward experiences. That means smoother navigation, more responsive apps, and console-level gaming experiences on Apple Arcade. Imagine booting up a 8AA quality title, no console required, and playing with near-zero lag right from your Apple TV. Apple has been teasing the gaming potential of this box for years, but this time they're bringing the horsepower to make it real. But the story doesn't end there. Apple is also rumored to be integrating a brand new Wi-Fi 7 radio, which means faster streaming, lower latency, and better connectivity for multiple devices, especially as homes become more crowded with smart gadgets. Combine that with Thread and Matter support, and the new Apple TV could quietly become the central hub for your entire smart home setup, controlling your lights, locks, cameras, thermostats, and more. And since it's always plugged in, it's the perfect always-on brain to tie everything together. Now let's talk about something truly exciting, Apple Intelligence. Apple's bold new push into AI isn't just for iPhones and Macs. The new Apple TV is expected to bring a completely reimagined Siri experience, powered by on-device intelligence. This isn't the same Siri you're used to, the one that struggled to answer basic questions. This new version will understand context, anticipate your needs, and offer smart suggestions based on your habits. Picture this. You come home from work and Siri greets you on the big screen with a personalized evening summary, your schedule, weather, suggested shows, even dinner recipes. Or you ask it to start movie night, and it dims the lights, lowers the blinds, sets the thermostat, and launches your favorite streaming app, all in one command. That's not science fiction anymore. That's Apple's vision for a truly intelligent living room. There's also talk of something even more ambitious, a built-in camera for FaceTime and spatial audio enhancements. It's one of those features that feels obvious in hindsight. Why should video calls be limited to tiny phone screens when you have a massive 65-inch TV right in front of you? With a built-in camera, or possibly a new magnetic camera accessory, Apple TV could bring high-quality video calls to your living room, complete with center stage tracking and shared experiences. Imagine hosting a virtual movie night, watching a film together with friends across the country, and chatting in real time without ever leaving the couch. But Apple being Apple, it's not just about specs and features. It's about how those pieces come together to create an experience that feels seamless, invisible, and magical. And this year, that experience extends beyond the TV screen. Apple is reportedly exploring deeper integration between Apple TV and Vision Pro, the company's mixed reality headset. Think about this. You're watching a live sports event on TV, and with a quick gesture, you pull up real-time stats and immersive 3D graphics in your Vision Pro headset. Or you pause a show in the living room and resume it in spatial 3D in your virtual theater. The line between physical and digital entertainment is starting to blur, and Apple TV could be the bridge that connects them. Now, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture, because this isn't just about one product. It's about Apple's strategy. For years, the company has been quietly building an ecosystem where every device complements the others. The iPhone is your pocket computer. The Mac is your workstation. The watch is your health companion. And Apple TV? It's about to become the digital heart of your home. It's where entertainment, communication, intelligence, and automation converge. And with every new feature, Apple is making it harder to live outside that ecosystem. Critics might argue that Apple TV is still a niche product, overshadowed by cheaper streaming sticks from Roku, Amazon, or Google. And yes, those devices are fine if all you want is Netflix or Hulu. But Apple isn't competing on price. They're competing on experience. And when you combine Apple TV with HomePods, iPhones, watches, and Vision Pro, you get something those budget devices simply can't offer: a fully connected, deeply integrated, and beautifully seamless home experience. That's where Apple plays, and that's where they win. Of course, there are still questions. Will Apple lower the price to reach a wider audience or keep it premium to protect its margins? Will the rumored camera be built in or sold separately? Will Apple finally open up tvOS to third-party AI assistants or gaming platforms? Only time will tell. But one thing is clear. The Apple TV 2025 isn't just another iteration. It's a statement. A declaration that the living room is the next frontier of Apple's ecosystem. And they're going all in. So as we wait for the October event, it's worth remembering how far this little black box has come, from a hobby to a powerhouse, from a streamer to a smart home hub, from a background accessory to a centerpiece of the Apple experience. The story of Apple TV isn't finished. In fact, it's just getting started. And if the rumors are true, the next chapter will be the most exciting one yet. Whether you're an Apple fan or a skeptic, the next few weeks are worth watching closely. Because if Apple pulls this off, if they deliver on the promise of a truly intelligent, deeply integrated, entertainment meets automation hub, then the device that once quietly sat under your TV could soon become one of the most important pieces of technology in your entire home. And that's a future worth paying attention to.